our topic that we chose to discuss and present today is automatic voter registration, which means that, let's say you're getting your driver's license. When you go to the DMV, you give them all your information. They'll get your driver's license, but they'll also register you to vote in the process. So really, there are no downsides to it. The only thing that it would do is make more people eligible to vote, which would lead to more people turning out to vote. So,
also, it'll be faster. It increases the vote, like for a lot of people, especially young people, because the population for young people is really low. So if we could increase that, it would be really great.
And remember to be introducing yourselves, please.
Okay, yeah, I'm Rhea. So automatic voter registration was put in place in Oregon, I believe, a few years ago, and they found that a voter turnout increased by 272,000 voters, and that was also an increase in people of color who were voting. So really, that state became a large impact, especially for the union, because I think they became the largest voter turnout in the entire union. So if it's been in place and it's worked, and I think it's also happened in 14 other states, why shouldn't you ever do it?
And also
Introduce yourself.
Oh, hi, I'm Taja. So earlier today we kind of learned about like the provisional ballots that are cast sometimes, which are subjective on whether they should count or not. And I think like the automatic voter registration would combat these like minor discrepancies in spelling or hyphen errors or other confusion at the ballots and at the polls. So just another reason for it.
My name is Elizabeth. Also, like a small point, like there are already so many restrictions placed on voting, and it's already made so much more difficult. I think if there's anything we can do to make it an easier process, we should.
Done?
We're not finished.
Okay, one more,
Okay,
50
practice.
seconds.
Okay, so it's proven to be effective and efficient, and I guess if there's any questions you have based on like voting, or you can determine your eligibility, and if you have any questions on voting, you can always ask the DMV since they do help with that. So yeah.
So if a lot of poll workers are senior citizens, how should they be effectively retrained to cope with automatic voter registration when people come to the polls?
Alright, well, also, this could also tie into another one of the topics, which is lowering the age restriction for being a poll worker. So we could train 16, 17, 18-year-olds to be able to handle a new influx of voters, and also it's automatic registration, which makes it far easier for those senior citizens to deal with people coming to vote because people are already registered. And our wonderful guest speaker, Bree, she told like a little story about how the first time she tried to vote, she was ineligible, and it would definitely end that. So it ultimately will create less confusion, especially for poll workers.
Yeah, I would argue that it's probably a lot harder and tougher when there aren't automatic voter registration, and these, like you said, senior citizens who are trying to fill out these applications, like I feel like they're more likely to be rejected because of hyphen errors and spelling errors and whatever voter discrimination there already is, and making it like an opt-out system makes it easier for when you go to the polls and when you do vote, you're already registered.
Yes.
I'm Mark. When it comes to automatic voter registration, I just want to bring up, there was a lawsuit in 2017 by the New York Attorney General who accused the Department of Motor Vehicles for allegedly illegally erasing 200,000 registrations through its early registration website. So what that brings up for me is, what my question is, like, so yes, you make automatic voter registration this opportunity for people to be able to register. But then, in an instance like this, what guarantee does the person as a voter who's registering have that the federal government won't try this again in another primary, local, federal election of a similar kind? So what guarantee do I have? And if I were
Yes,
to-
I think we hear it, we're just gonna move on for time.
Sorry, I just like. went in a
Yes,
circle.
yes,
I
we're,
just wanna
we're,
hear
we're
it.
good on it.
Sorry.
Any answers? It looks like Francis has something to say. Good thought-provoking question.
Well, there's always like a chance of something going wrong when you register to vote. We see that when you do it with help at voting balance, but also at the DMV as you suggested. But you also have to take in mind, if this is like a fear of yours, then we're not exactly like closing the opportunity to just find out your eligibility at other places. So you can do it at the DMV, but if that is like a fear of yours, or if like you don't know if it's a guaranteed safety for that, you can always register to vote for somewhere else. But we're just saying that this would be an opportunity for those who have trouble voting somewhere else, or who have tried. This can just be like an easier route. But yeah.